Good afternoon, everyone. I promised you all a video on my favorite chart indicators. Supposed to do it this past weekend, never got around to it. So, hey, let's do it today and let's jump right into it now. I was going to go over all the indicators that I like. These are the indicators you'll see on every single chart that I use. You can go back multiple years. You'll see that I like the same indicator. Sometimes I'm tweaking a little bit, but these are my go-to momentum indicators that I like to use on my daily charts. And instead of going over all of them in one video, I decided I would start to break them up and just focus on one. And the very first one I'm going to talk about today is called RSI, Relative Strength Index. Essentially, it tells you if a stock is strong or if it's weak. And the reason I start off with this one, there's a reason whenever you look at any of my charts, this is the first thing you see on a chart, indicator-wise, other than a chart. It's always been my favorite go-to momentum indicator. This was actually the very first technical indicator that I learned how to use 20 plus years ago. Hasn't changed, still one of my favorite indicators. So the stocks we're going to look at today, we're going to start off with XSPA. Now, when it comes to RSI, down here under 30 means there's been a lot of selling in the stock. That is actually a good thing in my opinion because we like to buy bottoms. Up here above 70, that is overbought. We like to sell when it gets up here. So you can see here on this XSPA chart, you'll recall when we first jumped into XSPA back in March, this was a deeply oversold chart. Now the RSI got way down under that 30 level. Under 30 is what I look for. What I look for when it's red are a couple of things. If it's deep red, and then I look for that cross up through the 30 line. When it's starting to get close there, as you guys all notice, I like to be in stocks early. I do not like to chase. I want to get in early, be positioned before all the scanners and the FOMO chasers go nuts on a stock. So some of the things I like to use, I like to get in when they start to cross up above this 30 level. One of the other things I really like is when they're on a slow uptrend, when we start to see RSI break over the 50 level, that is an indication when it breaks over the 50 level that it's definitely turning from a negative bias to a positive bias. So this move up through 30 whenever I'm looking at the charts, that is something I will also look at as well. The other thing I'll look at when it comes to this 50 level, you can see here after XSPA did that big rally, RSI slowly trended down, and you can see that on the chart here, trended down, and then it kind of went in a sideways pattern. That is something I look for as well. This sideward patterns, this couple of day move here, and then it started to move up above the 50 level. That corresponded with that big move up here. And again, you can see, got into deep overbought area, sold off. Again, it's back up there in a deep overbought area. Another chart to look at, LUB. I was actually going to call this today. I decided I was going to wait till tomorrow. So on this chart, I was actually looking at this day, today because the RSI has just been treading this 50 level while the stock has been going sideways. I was almost going to call this one today. It's one of our swing plays, and lo and behold, after hours, stock got news and it's up 100%. Of course, everyone's chasing it. But again, when good charts tend to always find a reason to move. Now, let's look at genius here. Now, the people who are buying this stock up here may think they're geniuses, but they ain't. This is where we bought genius, right when it was down with a low RSI. Up here, 90 RSI, I don't know what to tell you. What? 500 million market cap for this company? Madness. Got to be another offering coming. But you can see up here, when RSI gets up here, I'm indifferent. I don't care if it's up here. I don't want to be in this stock. This is a major danger zone area when you're looking at RSI. DLPN. Now, again, the reason I'm looking at some of these plays that we have and looking at RSI back, because given the rally we've had in the stocks over the last 2 months, there's not a whole lot of stocks that have these red RSIs right now. But you can see when we actually originally got into this stock, one of the reasons we got into it, other than it being a peer with Genius and CIDM, was this RSI under the 30 level, and then it crossed up above, and you can see once it started crossing up above, that's when we saw this big move higher. Now, the other thing I want you to keep an eye on here, other than we hit the first target here today on this rally, was you see how RSI came back down and then it treaded water at the 50 level, and then it started to move up. That move up in RSI happened on Monday and Tuesday, and as I said, this is one of my other things that I really like to see, is when they hold that 50 level and then they start to move higher. You can see it did that over the last 2 days, and then today the stock rocketed up above the 70 level. So RSI just by itself is a fantastic indicator to time oversold and overbought and when to get in and out of certain plays. Now, there actually is one stock that does have an RSI under 30 right now, but it's the biggest dog turd that's out there. It's TBL Tea, but let's keep an eye on it. RSI is under 30. The reason I don't really like this stock is this is another ship slash tops where they just have a printing press making zero cost shares every day till Sunday. But you can see here, RSI is under the 30 level. Let's keep an eye on this one just for giggles over the next couple of days to see if this deeply oversold RSI gives a move back up to $1. So really short video on using RSI, relative strength index, to time bottoms and turns in stocks. Hopefully you find this video interesting. If you don't follow me, please subscribe to my channel. More subscribers we get, the more prone I'm going to be to do these videos. So have an awesome evening and see you all in the chat room tomorrow. Bye.